Hello, this is Allie from PropConnect, and I'm delighted to welcome you to today's interview. We have a special guest with us, Edward, the founder of Goat Funded Trader. Thank you, Edward, for joining us today. We appreciate the effort you put in to share your insights and experience with our audience.
Thank you for having me.
I have a couple questions for you today. First, what sets Goat Funded Trader apart from other funded trading programs in the industry?
I believe Goat Funded Trader has really unique solutions, not only from a challenge point of view, but also in general, because me as a trader, I've been trading for 9 years and I really know the needs of our traders. I know that when I started trading, actually, I deposited my first $200 on a trading account. That's usually way back how traders used to start, deposited that money and blew it right after in just one trade. After that, I kind of understood the serious approach that I needed to have in trading in order to succeed. I understood the importance of percentages and understood that actually the most difficult part would have been, other than developing a good strategy, would have been to actually raise capital. So at that point, I started focusing on funding challenges. I was actually, I got funded with many funding companies. And at that point, I also understood the difficulties, both on my part, but also on the prop firm side, because of course, some prop firms maybe had better spreads, some others didn't. And at this stage, after launching Goat Funded Trader, I really want to focus on the trading experience. This is what we are really focusing on. We want to give our traders the best trading experience, both with very low spreads. We have raw spreads where they can just have really good execution prices. At the same time, low commissions, no hidden rules at all in our platforms. The rules are pretty straightforward. At Goat Funded Trader, you can find everything in the website, and we don't have any type of consistency rule or anything like that. So for this reason, I believe Goat Funded Trader is very competitive, as our focus is on traders. At the same time, we have competitive options in as far as challenges, both with the no time limit and also the classic challenges. We can explain that maybe later more in detail.
All right, can you explain the funding process and the different funding levels available?
Of course. So we have, as I said, we just recently launched the no time limit option as well. So at this stage, we both have the classic challenge and the no time limit option. Both of them are a two-step evaluation. So we have phase 1 and phase 2. In phase 1, in the no time limit, we have 8% profit target with 10% maximum drawdown and 5% daily drawdown. No minimum trading days. As I said, we want to really reward our best traders. So if they pass in one day, they just go on to the next stage. In step 2, in the verification process, we have still 5% profit target and the same drawdown limits. 5% daily drawdown and 10% maximum drawdown. This is for the classic and the no time limit. Now, at the same time, we are developing a one-step challenge that we might launch in the future. At the moment, it's not ready yet. We want to launch a very competitive challenge that we have never seen before. We want to launch something that is new. So that is also coming soon, but we need to work on it in order to give our traders very good solutions.
Got it. Can you share success stories of traders who have participated in your program?
We have many stories, both success stories and also in general, very interesting stories in order to understand what trading practices are very important to actually have and to focus on. I want to start from a lesson that I saw just by analyzing data of Goat Funded Trader. And one lesson is just to focus on few trades per day and actually just taking the best trades. I can connect this to one success story, as you said, where we had one trader that just took 3 trades, a little bit higher risk than what I'm used to seeing, closer to 1.5% risk per trade. And he passed the challenges in just one day. He passed phase 1 in one day and then phase 2 in another day. But at the same time, I was seeing that he was really focusing. I was actually checking trade by trade on TradingView what he was doing, because it doesn't happen every single day that someone passes phase 1 in one day and phase 2 in one day. So I wanted to check how he was trading, because as a trader, I find that actually very interesting to check. And I saw that he was really selective. I kind of understood which type of strategy he was using. I was seeing some similarities to the type of approach that I have with trading. And I saw that there could have been many opportunities with his strategy during that day on many other pairs. But he was focusing only on two pairs. And that's already one lesson right there. He was focusing only on few pairs. And he was only taking the best setups that were aligning for him. So he proceeded to actually be one of our funded traders after, and he got to profit. Right now, I believe he's around break even, and we will see how it actually ends up, what type of payouts he gets. So hopefully we can see him in our leaderboard soon.
That's great. I'm curious, could you share the story of how you initially started your Goat Funded Trader company and shed light on the inspiration behind its inception?
Yes, of course. It was actually an idea that I had with person that was working with me. And, as a trader, as I said already, I was trading for a very long time. And actually, this friend of mine, he was trading as well. He was actually trading with me. He started way later than me, but we were looking at charts together. I was helping him by giving some advices that maybe of things that I noticed during the past. And after trading for a bit together, he actually spent some time with me. We traded at my office right here in Canary Islands. And after spending some time together, we thought of actually open our own prop firm. We were seeing some prop firms actually popping up, new prop firms just being released. And we thought that we could have been a very competitive option as we really know what we're doing. He was trading for 1 year and a half. I've been trading for 9 years. And we thought that as traders, we can really understand what traders need. And also, by having some Instagram pages and YouTube channels, we also understand how to market it. So we can get to people and also provide very good solutions for them. Because of course, you cannot just, if you just provide a good solution, but nobody knows of it, then it's hard to actually get discovered. So we wanted to actually combine good marketing by being seen by people and actually providing very good solutions for them from a challenge perspective, just the rules in general, and also from spreads and everything that I said about trading conditions.
All right, so let's move on to the name of your company. What motivated you to choose the name for your company, and does it hold any significance or symbolism?
Yeah, of course. It was actually funny. We were thinking about, we were writing on Windows we were writing on Windows the possible names of the company. So we were here at my house, we were trying to think about it the whole night. And then we were like, okay, we need to think of something that actually, that can be actually remembered. And at the same time, it needs to be remembered. So it needs to be good for under marketing point of view, but at the same time, it needs to have a message. Like it cannot be something, it needs to be something empowering, as I said. So Goat Funded Trader, it was very good. The first time we thought of it, we had different options. It could have been Goat funding, Goat traders, Goat Funded Traders, and then we came up with Goat Funded Trader, which was the one that not only sounded the best, but at the same time, we wanted to actually, our best traders of the month would be the Goat Funded Traders. Our best trader of the month, which we will invite here to Canary Islands to possibly have a podcast with us, is going to be the Goat Funded Trader. So we believe that it could have been an empowering message, and at the same time, it could have been great in order for people to remember us.
It's very memorable, so good job with that. All right, moving on. What are the most common mistakes that traders make?
The common mistakes that traders make are, for sure, taking too many trades. They take too many trades. They take all of the things that just they see on charts. They try to take it. When they get losses, they try to make it back. We've seen that multiple times, both from my students and also from the Goat Funded traders. And one other mistake that they make, according to our statistics of Goat Funded Trader, is for sure trying to pass in one day. They try to pass right away. Now, of course, we had the case of that trader that I was telling you about earlier, that he passed in one day. But At the same time, that cannot be your focus. If it happens, great. But if you try to pass on in one day, and we have both the classic challenge where you can take up to 30 days to pass, and the no time limit where you have no time limits at all, then it doesn't make sense that you try to pass in one day, you over risk, you over trade, and then you end up failing the challenge. You should take your time, take only the best trades that you see. And we really see successful traders actually having better results when they only focus on the best setups.
Going off that, what are some of the biggest challenges that traders face?
Yeah, of course. If we're talking about prop firms in general and not just about trading, but if we're talking about traders approaching prop firms, I will say that one thing that I always talk about is actually the perception of money. Now, if you're not used to seeing on a MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 account 200K, then it's going to be really hard to actually purchase a 200K account only for $800 or $900 and being able to mentally manage that money because you've never been used to seeing that money on that account. So I believe that first traders should just work. I don't know if it is with meditation or if it is just by getting used to seeing certain things or just getting their mind ready, but they should get their mind ready to actually seeing certain amounts of money and being ready to manage it and trade on it. Because of course, it is really important in order to pass challenges to always to have a risk management plan. I don't want to say always risk the same percentage. That's what I do, but other traders maybe have different risk management strategies. But that's very important. And of course, if you're not ready to manage that money because you're not used to seeing big amounts of money on a MetaTrader account, you're probably going to mess up.
How do you help traders overcome these challenges?
My advice on this one exactly is to really just work on the perception that you have about yourself and about money. This is the first thing as we talk. Trading is mostly about money because you have money on a trading account, and you need to work on the perception that you have about money. In order to work on that, you also need to work on yourself. And of course, money is one of the main subjects that we hear about or face since we are little. And depending on your backgrounds, you can have different relationships with money. In order to actually change it or maybe empower it, you need to work on yourself. So this is one thing. Now, to go more into a practical way is just more about focusing on the trading strategy, but that's another aspect. Now, of course, if you just work on this but don't have a good trading strategy and you're not ready to actually take a funded challenge, then of course this doesn't stand. But the two things combined can actually bring you great results.
I think a lot of our viewers will find that very helpful. So, going off that, what advice would you give to someone who's just starting out as a trader?
Someone starting out as a trader, I usually recommend to focus on the education that you can find for free online. Just don't take everything as the truth. You can start from the free stuff, but as you know, you need to filter out the good things and the bad things because of course there's a lot of free stuff, but some people just want to sell courses. Some people want to actually maybe teach you stuff and then they can sell. There's nothing wrong about selling courses, but you need to filter out the good ones and the bad information that you can find. You can start from the free stuff. I believe, of course, finding a mentor can be really helpful. At the same time, also on that subject, there can be some challenges because you need to find a good mentor. Not everyone has good intentions. I believe most of the people do, but not 100%. So, of course, there are some challenges during the path, but it's just about studying a lot, investing in your own education. And I've personally seen my biggest growth in the periods where I invested in myself the most. When I first started trading, I had only few money in my bank account, and I invested most of that money in education, trading courses. And I'm really grateful for all the people that actually taught me my first strategies. Now, of course, with time, they changed, and I definitely changed my strategy by refining it. But in the beginning, that was my my base. And that was very, very important, as you need to start from somewhere, and there's no better place to start rather than actually studying from someone who is actually doing it already. So that for sure to start. And then when you feel ready, to go for prop firms, because when I started, I needed to, as I told you earlier, I needed to deposit my first money that I had on a trading account, and I had no idea what I was doing, and there were only brokers. Now, of course, there was also FTMO, but it wasn't so popular way back. So it was way different. It was way harder. Now, when you are ready, when you feel consistent, when you feel that you work on yourself and on your strategy, go for a prop firm, the one that suits you the best, and you can scale up very quickly.
All right, so you mentioned working with a prop firm. That's the main point of this interview. What measures or factors do you believe are crucial for a trader to consider in order to establish trust and confidence in a prop firm before deciding to commence trading with them?
I believe, of course, there can be new prop firms, but at the end, prop firms are businesses, and behind businesses, there is people. So getting to know who the owner is, who the maybe even the employees are, if there is a team behind it, and all of these things is very important. I believe we are a new prop. I don't know when this interview will be released, but at this time when we're talking, we're pretty new. But if you get to know me, I've been in the space for a very long time. If you get to know our team, we have a team of multiple people that are very motivated and they try to improve every single day. So for this reason, don't only look at the prop firm, look at the people. At the end of the day, businesses are people. This is one thing that I wanted to say. And at the same time, then you can just check their websites. If it is serious, check their reviews. These are the basics that you should start from. Check their Discord, their communities, how they talk to their followers, if in which way they maybe talk on Twitter or on Instagram, if they're making investment in order to grow, or if they're here to just make quick money. This is very important to pay attention to.
Of course. What are your thoughts on the future of the prop trading industry, and do you believe it's a long-term industry for traders to depend on? If yes, do you believe the industry offers a viable long-term opportunity for traders to rely on as a sustainable career path?
I've seen the trading space move from the broker to the prop firm as a trend, as how new traders actually approach the space. In the way back, it was just go and deposit to a broker. Right now is get ready, get your strategy ready, and go to a prop firm. And of course, that makes completely sense because you can get way more capital if you're consistent. So I believe prop firms are here to stay. It is a long-term opportunity. It is a long-term sector, but at the same time, it will expand. It is already expanding very fast, but at the same time, it will change slightly. Of course, it will evolve, and I believe it will only evolve for the better because more prop firms are coming out, and the more competition there is, the more we need to push each other to be better, to be more transparent, to be better, to offer better things for our traders. And this is why also at GoFund the Trader, we decided to start right away with being 100% transparent about everything, about our statistics, which we share all the time, about the results that our traders are getting, about what we're doing, about the decisions that we're making as CEOs or with our employees and everything. So we are already moving that way. And I believe that all the prop firms together, we will push each other to be better. The space will evolve, but it will only evolve for the better.
What are the upcoming plans for your goat-funded trader company, and could you provide insights into the events or initiatives you have in place to support and assist traders in their trading journey?
We really want to expand fast. Right now, we are looking to reinvest. We already made big investments in order to get traders to know about our offerings, but at the same time, we really want to invest most of our revenue in order to improve our website, improve our competitions, improve our Discord servers, improve everything that we can actually offer to our traders. We actually want to also bring possibly PDFs, guides, and everything that can be helpful for new traders that are finding out about us, not to actually teach them about us, but to teach them actually about trading. So give also trading education, get a bigger YouTube channel, grow on YouTube, educate traders about the trading space. So this is the main focus at the moment, just reinvesting a lot in order to grow and provide better services for our traders.
Finally, what is your vision for the future of Goat Funded Trader? Are there any plans for expansion or program enhancements?
We always look to actually improve and expand. We are already after a few weeks of launching, we have already launched the no time limit challenge. Right now, we are really looking into the one-step evaluation process, which is the next thing that we want to launch. And as I mentioned, we really want to focus on finding a solution for our traders that is actually unique. We don't want to release something that is all over the place, that people can find everywhere. We want to find something that can be really competitive, very good for our traders, and at the same time that other prop firms maybe don't have.
All right, well, thank you so much for meeting with me, and I think this was really helpful to our viewers. Do you have any final messages for our audience?
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was actually great being here. This is my first interview as the CEO of Goat Funded Trader, and my message is mainly about trading. The things that I said already are my main focus when I speak about trading. To just really focus on the A1 setups, which are the best setups that you can find. And if there are no setups for that week, you take 0 trades. There is no problem in taking 0 trades. Just move on. The next week, maybe there will be a couple of them, or maybe actually many, but you don't need many trades to actually pass a funding challenge. You need just to make consistent profit. So for this reason, this is always my message to the traders listening, and I hope they find it helpful and they will actually listen, because we have a lot of data backing up these claims.
Thank you, Edward.
Thank you so much.